I want to follow up on yesterday's discussion about will they imprison women who seek abortions? And will they imprison or attempt to imprison doctors who perform abortions? Abortion has become a criminal act in the state of South Dakota. The governor of South Dakota is Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem is a big Trump tool, a big Trump suck-up brown noser. And I want to focus in on this question of going after abortion doctors. She did a number of interviews on Sunday, pieces of which we looked at yesterday, but I want to focus in on this issue of imprisoning doctors now. In multiple interviews, Kristi Noem went out of her way to say, we're not going to prosecute women when it comes to abortion, although she left the possibility open if women went to a different state where abortion is legal and then come back to South Dakota. That was a little scary yesterday. But she is making clear there seems to be a significant appetite in South Dakota to go after legally the doctors performing abortions. Let's take a look at this first clip from Face the Nation on Sunday.
America has the worst maternal mortality rate of any developed country. What specifically are you doing for these women who, not just when they have the baby, but during their pregnancy? Are you giving them paid leave? Are you giving them more health care rights in your state? Are you giving them more state funding? What exactly are you doing to keep them alive during their pregnancy?
I think that will be a lot of the debate that will go on now in every different state. Now that the Supreme Court has made this decision,
But she's not asking about the debate. She's asking, what are you doing in South Dakota?
power to make these decisions really goes to each individual state. We've already talked about that in South Dakota. What's the state's role in this, and what can we do to help these individuals that are in these situations get them the health care that they need to help their baby be born healthy and help them be parents, or help them choose a loving family to raise that child.
So a non-answer. Okay.
So you're still figuring out the specifics. Okay.
Well, and this trigger law was put into place years ago, and it was to go into law as soon as the Supreme Court made a decision such as it did. So that's the debate and discussion that we're having. But I think what's incredible and what's going on is that the people will decide. Elected officials at the state level is who they'll be talking to decide what their state's laws look like. South Dakota's obviously, under our past several years and have stood for life and defending life. And I think we'll continue to have those debates on how we can support these mothers and what it means to really make sure that we're not prosecuting mothers ever in a situation like this when it comes to abortion, that it will always be focused towards those doctors who knowingly break the law to perform abortions in our state.
The criminal charges will be focused on the doctors. She then appeared on This Week. And again, she said if doctors knowingly break the law, they should indeed be prosecuted. Let's take a look.
And what about medication abortions, the so-called abortion pill? How will you know if women receive those in the mail, and should those women be prosecuted?
I don't believe women should ever be prosecuted. I don't believe that mothers in this situation ever be prosecuted. Now, doctors who knowingly violate the law, they should be prosecuted, definitely. And
But the pill is okay? You're saying the pill's okay?
Again, Martha, you're interrupting, but I am answering your question. I don't believe that telemedicine abortions are safe for individuals, for women to conduct at home. Many times they're doing it unsupervised. It's a medical procedure. And so I do believe that there should be a physician supervision in place when that is being conducted by any individual.
All right. So they're going to go after the doctors, and they do seem to sort of be cohering around this talking point. Remember that early in Trumpism, they weren't totally clear on do you punish the women, because there was this time Trump was asked about do you punish the women, and Trump said yes.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
10 cents, 10 years,
I don't
what?
know.
There you go. And of course, afterwards, Trump was told, no, that's the wrong talking point. We don't say that. We say punish the doctors. And by the next day, Trump was saying, no, I didn't mean punish the women. I didn't mean that. I mean punish the doctors. Now, 2 states so far, Minnesota and Massachusetts, have seen their governors sign orders protecting providers who perform abortions for out-of-state residents. And that's one aspect of this. The governors of Minnesota and Massachusetts have implemented legal protections for reproductive health care providers who serve out-of-state residents who come to their state seeking such care. That's one aspect of this. But this is sort of a different question, which is what about circumstances where you have in-state, everything is in-state. What is it that is going to be the goal of these extreme right-wing states? So this is increasingly looking very much like, a Margaret Atwood book, quite frankly. That's what it is looking like. And it is scary stuff that we are going to continue tracking, but it is not looking particularly good.